Okay, so this is really weird. Just saying. Found the image, at least that helps. You see this black shading you have here? I hate that, just so you know. Ah. Okay, so here, take a brush tool. It's size, that's way too big. It's size 25, okay? Now we're going to zoom in, so that makes it a little easier. And I'm going to create a new layer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this pink here. This one's kind of nice, so I'm pressing Alt and then just clicking. Actually, it's not that nice. Okay, so that one's okay. And I'm taking the brush tool, and I'm just filling in the area. Or at least filling in the area where I want this color to be. Which is going to be the majority of the brighter shading. Now you see how your black line is under the shading? That's because I don't have the line art for this picture, I just have a JPEG. So I would technically have to redraw the black line over if I wanted that, or I can just color it entirely with this, which is it's a different style of shading, but you know, it works just as well. Now, change colors to random darker color. Doesn't really matter, just pick something that will kind of match. Now, areas that you want of the hair that are going to be darker, you fill in with this color. Same size brush, haven't changed anything, haven't really done anything yet. Just filling some colors in, okay? It's not going to look the same way as last time because I'm doing something completely different. Anything that should be darker, you fill in with a darker color, so anything close to the background. If you hold the space bar, by the way, it turns into this little hand and you can drag it around. Okay, so now I have two colors in. I'm going to pick a third one, it's a nice light pink, and do the highlight. I did not change the blending, just saying. It's not true. I added in the bright color. Now you have that. Now you can take this layer out. That's all you see. Okay? That's our hair. Now, we're going to take a smaller brush. Instead of a 25, take like a 14. Yeah, that'll work. Take a 14. Pick a darker color than this one. And you're going to fill in the rest of the shading that you want. I'm going to just pick another random bright color, fill in some more of the shading. If you keep a color palette, that will help you, like this one, except this one's for the Daring Do picture. It'll help you a lot, actually, but you can also just keep selecting the same colors and just kind of keep the hair continuous. The reason I keep making that mistake is because I'm not hitting select well enough. Okay, so now you have a couple colors here, just thrown on. They're kind of blended. To blend them, all I'm doing is hitting select, picking the same color that I used before, and lightly brushing over them. See? I have not altered my blending thing. I have not altered any of the configurations. This is just how this tool works. Now, you take the darker color, and you can brush over with that too. So basically what you're doing is just going back and forth with the two colors so you get a sort of harmonious thing. It works just like paint. But here, it's rougher. The more paint you get on top of it, the flatter the color is. See, you get less brush strokes, but you still have that same amount of blending. the brush streaks just aren't there. See that? You can see the white of the blank canvas. Here you can't anymore. That's just basically it. It's just that the brush streaks disappear. So when you look at it from afar, it looks like it's all evenly blended. Nope. Because the brush streaks are still all here. You just can't see them. Because you've worked over with multiple layers of paint. And this is one lock of Fluttershy's hair. And typically you fill in this blank space and all that, and have it all be nice colors. Another thing you can do for the hair, actually, while I'm at it, just create a new layer on top, take white, take a pen, just draw a line across. Doesn't matter how big the brush is for this, because you're going to use this by doing the eraser. It's 70 right now, but that's ridiculously large. What you're going to do is take the eraser, put it at a smaller size, maybe a 14 to just clear up the edges. By the way, brush size changes depending on how high the resolution of your picture is. Your resolution kind of sucks for this picture, so you can use smaller brushes, but if you're doing a picture with the correct resolution, which is about 300 dpi for an image you want to print, a brush of 25 is going to be tiny. Now, you see that? You just have that random white shading. Hit overlay, and then just diminish it. And you have a little thing. I diminished the opacity right there. See it? It's at like 18% now. Now it's at like 13. The opacity for this kind of thing will vary depending on the color, and it is strictly the color that changes it. Now, last little trick, since we're actually doing this, which is take the water brush. I don't care what size it is. Make it bigger though. What is it, 70? 7. Take a 70 size water brush. Keep this layer directly on top of the layer that you colored. And let's say you want the groups to be more orange-ish. Orange works well with pink. Color over it. Start it really dense, and then just put less pressure on the tablet, okay? Hit clipping group, which makes it clip on. Now, hit multiply and adjust the opacity. I've got it at 80% right now. Or maybe a little less, actually. Okay, there we go, 60%. See the difference? Pink, orange fading into pink, pink, orange fading into pink. Which would be really useful since you've got flames all over the place. There. That is one lock of Fluttershy's hair. Now, after you've done all this, though, since you want to do multiple locks, you have to put darker colors behind the locks. So, take your brush tool again. You're working on the same layer as the whole entire thing. Add some darker lines to the edge of the lock so that it looks more defined, which would be your line art, but I don't feel like fixing that right now. Increase the brush size again, and then you start all over again with the next lock. That's too big. And basically, you are doing the exact same thing. See how it's pulling the color from the other layer? But because this is a clipping group, which is why you see that random orange, it's a clipping group, so it's clipped to this. So before the orange looked nice, now there's just an excess of it. So you can just blend that in. I'm not just blending it in, actually. I took the brush, I selected the same color orange, and I'm painting it under, so it looks like it's blended, but it's not. It's actually just a trick. Pretty much everything is just illusions of color. And that's just it. Ta-da! You can even make this work for really random colors, by the way. You want to throw in some blue? That'll work. Okay.